Okay. I know there's a lot of wind. Like I said before, I brought the wind reducer with the mic, but I forgot the damn plug-in that goes to my phone. It's an iPhone 7 Plus, and there's no exterior ports. Oh, there's some, I don't know what that is, some joint. Looks like a deer or something. See, that's, let me flip this around. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm headed up past the trail cams up into this area up here. I've never been. It really smells awesome. Be cool if I could have you guys smell what I'm smelling. At least it's not a skunk or anything like that, or dead meat or any of that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna pan through here slower because I know a lot of you guys are upset with me for panning too fast. Tell you what, this is, look at that little overhang looking thing. That tree's been pushed over up there too. Look at that. Huh. It's really thick in here. I mean, just lush. But I found out that not only do elk and human beings consume pine nuts, but horses, even dogs will eat them. I did not know that. Talked to a farmer down in the valley earlier today, and he told me that just about everything up here will eat them because there's such a high concentration of protein. Anyway, we're at about 8,500 feet. I can feel it. Anyway, look at this. This is weird. What is this mess? See, this makes absolutely no sense to me. None. I mean, all these crosses. With boulders. I do have a gun, so I'm not quite as scared as I've been in the past. But again, this is new right in here. I've never been up this high, but I'll turn it back over, start as soon as I get to the top. See this? Right there. Makes no sense to me. What is that? And why? I mean, why? Why is that there? All those sticks intertwined. You know, and it could be, well, I don't know. I don't know if it could be natural. I've never seen anything like that. Quite like that, anyway. That's natural. I gotta find a good place to put this trail cam where I've got to find a good, this is a pretty good trail right here, but I've got to come back out here Saturday. I've got to bring up more things for the plumber and the electrician. So this isn't going to be a real long video. I'm not going to be able to get back in here as far as I want. But I'll put you back on as soon as I find something. See this kind of thing, how it's just twisted. And then there's this X type thing, you know? I mean, that's just weird. I know they travel this route because this is where that footprint was back, well, way back there, but I know they're in here. I've heard them. I've even seen, well, I won't say it for sure was one because I don't want to mislead anyone because I wasn't sure. It wasn't an elk. It sure in hell wasn't a deer. But I couldn't, it was too fast. I couldn't tell. I mean, I think I know what it was, but unless I completely know for sure, I'm not going to say it was. Plus, I didn't have a camera at the time. It was down closer to the cabin. But they are in here. Let me just start to get that feeling when I get back here in this thick stuff. Listen. Huh. That's interesting. That right there looks like some kind of I wouldn't say it's a blind, it looks more like an ambush situation. I mean, look how they've been put in there in different ways right here. This is just a creepy place. I can hear something. Come out. Don't be pouncing on me. It's really weird. See, look at this right here. Look at this. Something has moved back the pine needles to find pine nuts. That's not a deer bed. Look how it's uneven and there's tracks in it. And then look at this. Same thing. See that? and then again right there, and then look at those tracks over there. Oh, this is giving me that feeling that I really don't like to have. Alright, I think I'm going to put a trail cam right here. I think this is as good a place as any. So, there's some tracks down in here too. I can't make out what they are, but look at that. See? What does that? What makes these scratches like that? That's not a deer or an elk or anything. Oh man, that is some thick brush and trees, and gotta look up in these trees too. Last thing I want is one jumping down on me. Alright, I'm gonna put this trail cam up right here. Look at this. I mean, look at these trails through here. If I was a predator, this is where I'd be. See, that right there is an elk. Somewhat. Well, I don't know. It may be. Some of those look twisted though. Elk usually just peel them down. That is, and there's another one right there, like something's been digging with their hands. Look at the dirt. Look at that. And look at this. What is that? There's some more down there. I'm not going to have a ton of footage on this one because it's kind of in a rush. Although this is some really interesting type area up in here. I've never been up in here with quite this many. This much traffic. I mean, a lot of it's game, but look at the game trails. They're so thick. I mean, there's a big elk track right there. I'd like to get that one, see how big he was. But see that right there? That's not an elk. Look at that little... See, up in this kind of stuff, Sasquatch wouldn't even need to build a structure. I mean, look at that. They can just make that into whatever they want. I mean, look at this. Something walks by. Something's across that field right there. Listen. Huh. Big dang creeps. Not sure what that is, but anyway. Alright, maybe. And part of the thing is I wear this same color. I mean, I do have more than one pair of one pair of pants and shirt. I'm doing the same color for a reason. Hopefully they get used to this and used to seeing me and understand that I'm not trying to cause them any harm. So they better not try to cause me any. I'll put you back on a little bit. Okay. Now, what is this old shoe doing up here? I mean, look how old that is. I mean, there's pine nuts in it, and it looks like it's the size of a kid. Let me just tell you about a kid leaving his shoe up here. There's not another shoe anywhere around. I keep hearing something's following us. Listen, I need that microphone. I will not film again without it. I forgot the stupid adapter to my phone. Only the iPhone 7 Plus doesn't have any ports, which is stupid. Anyway, I'll work my way back down this other ridge. See if I can find some sign or a good place to set up this last trail cam. I'm trying to get it on an angle so they're spaced apart in a way that only spaced apart enough that only they're not going to be able to see them from one to another. So they're spaced apart far enough where one's angling so it's facing with them coming in, the other one's facing directly on them, and the other one is going to be facing back the other way. So none of them are going to be set up exactly the same. So maybe you probably don't understand what I'm saying, but I'll show you next time I come and get them. Anyway, I'll turn it back on here in a bit. Okay, I keep hearing something that's just at the top of those trees. I think they're like right over in there, kind of back in there. That old tree right there. It's kind of cool. Anyway. Holy hell, look at that. What is that? Alright, somebody's got to tell me what that is. What does that mean? There's some sticks down over here that look normal, but that's not normal. There's no way. Look at that. All the way down. That's weird. Weird. I mean, look, that's fresh. Weird, weird, weird. I wonder if there's anything else over here similar to that. It's still just really weird. Probably right in the middle of somebody's territory. This is the last thing I really need, is to be chased. But whatever is up in there, they're not aggressive, at least not yet. It doesn't even sound like it's that close. Well, we'll find something cool like that. Maybe a snare. See, that's what I want to find, but I've only found one of those. And that was about 2 or 3 years ago. One of these days I'll have to draw it, because you guys probably just picture a noose with a rope or with sinew and up to a tree, but it wasn't like that at all. It had 2 loops spaced apart with sticks, so if the rabbit jumped through the first hoop or the squirrel, its legs would get caught in the back hoop. I'm not a real good artist, but I'll try to draw it. I'll put you guys back on when I find a place for the trail cam. See, this is a place, see how thick it is right here? This is a place that would be, look at that back with the mirror. This camera brightens up the way it is too, because it's not as bright as it's showing on this camera, I'll tell you that right now. This is a pretty good game trail right here. It comes right out down into here. I've got a lot of trail cam footage. Anyway, I'll tell you what I was going to say here when I find a place for this trail cam. Hang on. Okay, I think I found where I'm going to put this trail cam. In this little tree behind me, I'll break some of the branches away, and when I set it up, you'll see how good that trail is over there. Anyway, what I was saying is I've got a lot of trail cam footage that I don't have time to get to. If anybody wants to look at it, or just let me know. But anyway, I'm going to put this up, and then I'll put you back on in a bit. What I was saying is I've got a lot of footage where the wind has triggered the camera. So I haven't even looked at that kind of stuff, because the wind triggered it. So, you know, there might be something that happens to walk by, but then I do have quite a bit of video where something triggered it and I can't see it. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time looking, because there's quite a bit of it, but there are places where something has triggered it. You can even hear things. That's weird. But I can still hear something. That's why I need that mic. How in the hell? Anyway, sorry about that. Good hell. Okay, I'll probably have to cut that part out. But anyway, this is like a really, really steep area. I mean, look at that, how that tree's just laid across that. It's just laid right across that game trail. I mean, see, that's where they can make a snare or some kind of a deadfall trap. You know, I don't know. Ooh. I keep hearing it up in there. Anyway, I'll put you back on here in a little bit. See, this is like crazy steep. I mean, they could easily, look how those trees are stacked in there. At least the wind stopped blowing, so you should be able to hear. Ooh. It's just so thick. Ooh, listen. Did you hear that? almost sounded like something threw a rock. Or it was a hell of a footprint, or a footfall. I mean, look at this. See, they could use those damn trees like that. Some kind of a deadfall trap. Look at those laying down there. And that tree almost looks like there's a nest in it. I've not been on this side over here. This is... Listen. Okay. Let me tell you about me ever coming to this area at night. And look at that little hiding area. And that one down there. Oh. I mean, this is just... This is prime hunting ground right here. A lot of those berries grow across the valley. There's a little stream that runs down through there full of... I'm not sure what kind of berries they are yet, but we'll find out. Anyway. Alright. I'll put you back on later. I'm back in here. This is my property here. But I'm going to put up a audio device, a recorder, just to see. Because I know they come around the edges of the fence. I don't know how close. That scream I heard the other night, I don't know, it could have been half a mile, could have been 300 yards. Either way, it sounded just crazy. I'd love to get that on audio. So anyway, that's pretty much this trip in a nutshell. I haven't had a whole lot of time up here today, so I'm coming back up Saturday. I won't be alone, so we might be able to go a little deeper. Anyway. Alright guys, I know it's windy and I brought my new wind reducer and everything. I'm going to take this camera and go up higher somewhere else. I mean, you can still kind of see that track right there. Just barely though. There's some elk. I left my recording device here too last time, so I'm going to pick that up as well. Anyway, I'll let you know when I'm at. Just a quick update on the cabin. All the framing down there. All the framing in there. Haven't put the rails up yet. Gonna try to get that done. And this wall tomorrow. Got the plumbers to come in and do the bathroom. And this is the walk-in closet. And this is my balcony. It's not finished. I've got to put these rails and stuff on it, but we're getting there. Slow but sure.